First of all, many thanks for your time. For our readers, the first question we have for you is, how have you felt or are you feeling the social unrest and all the problems that they are living other countries in the festivals you are organizing now?
We have our Dubai festival very soon, in 3 weeks' time, and what we see is the entries have actually increased, even from Egypt, from Lebanon and from Saudi Arabia. But the number of delegates is not so strong, so we'll have to see whether people want to travel. But in terms of entries, it's been very strong. Cannes, it's a bit early to say, but right now it's looking okay for that region. I think the big question is what happens in Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia is the really important, huge, big country in that region. If there are big problems in Saudi Arabia, I think the whole region has big problems.
Another question for you is, there are now a boom in Asian countries,
yes.
Economic boom, they are developing, and they are also developing in the marketing and advertising field. You are organizing, for example, the Spikes Asia, and there are many entries from these countries also in Cannes, Lions, that they are going to compete with another Western countries. Do you feel that they are influencing in any way agencies, multinational agencies, and creativity right now, or do you see the thing in another way?
I think Asia is very strong, it's growing very fast, and creativity in Asia is increasing. So India, Thailand, Singapore, these countries are becoming strong. China is starting to win in Cannes also. I think it's slow, it's taking some time, but very soon Asia will become more and more important at Cannes, definitely. The influence, I think, at the moment is probably from Japan, in cyber, in digital. Some fantastic work in digital, but also in other areas as well. The countries it's interesting when you see Vietnam starting to win, you see Indonesia starting to win. So gradually they are entering more and they're starting to win more, they're sending more people to Cannes as well. So it is a very, very important, exciting part of the world right now.
So some years ago we thought about Asia and creativity. We probably were thinking about Singapore.
Yeah.
What's about now?
Well, it depends. Asia's very big. So you have a country like India, which is democratic and growing and doing very, very well. You have a country like China, which is also growing, but the freedom is not there to do the great work, so China is slower. Singapore is still strong. Thailand has always been strong. So, and as I say, countries like Indonesia. Indonesia is a huge country with a lot of potential, and I think those countries will become more and more important. Korea is becoming more important. These are rich countries, becoming richer and wanting to do well in the world, and so I think they will start to influence the global mix of creativity.
When we are talking about festivals organized by Cannes Lyon, we are thinking about people from around the world, yes, competing together in the festivals. That's the point in Cannes, but is the same point in Asia, in your Asian festivals, or not? It's more local?
It's local in the sense that people can enter from Pakistan all the way to Indonesia, and from Australia all the way to China. So that's a very big part of the world. And so they compete a bit like in Eurobest, it's just European countries, and in Dubai it's just Middle Eastern countries. So in Spikes it's Asian countries, but many of the winners in Spikes have also been winners in Cannes, or they become winners in Cannes. So they're very high quality, and they are starting to compete between themselves, and they are very keen to do well. I mean, India wants to win lots of Lions and wants to win lots in Spikes as well. So they want to take their place in the world, and this is happening more and more.
You told us that you are not the advertising festival anymore, that you've become the creativity festival, and that you are creating new lines of competition. For example, you are created cyber and more new lines of competition, because creativity is creativity in a great sense,
Yeah.
in a widest sense. But my question is this. We are watching some new business concepts that they are integrating creativity and communication as a part of the same business. For example, in Amo, in the UK, we've got is a restaurant, but they have a cyber table,
Yeah.
and they allow the client even play with the table and even watch videos in the table and so on. Do you think that perhaps in future it can become just creative business festival or not?
Well, possibly. I think if you look at the winners from last year at Cannes, many of them are broad experiences. So if you look at the Fun Theory from Sweden, which is the Volkswagen work, it is about people having an experience. If you look at the Grand Prix winner from Argentina, that was an experience. It was an outdoor Grand Prix, but it wasn't just a poster. It was getting the consumer to be part of the experience. And many of the winners at Cannes are very broad. They engage the consumer, they engage the audience, they are digital, they are often experiential, and pure advertising is no longer what clients are looking for. They're looking for that really broad experience, and I think that will continue this year in Cannes. We'll see lots of very exciting brand new things like that.
And just the latest question, what would you tell the Spanish people to attend and to register and to go to Cannes and to go to the advertising festivals you are organizing all around the world?
I think if you are in communications, if you're in advertising or PR or design or anything, the world is changing so fast. There are so many new things happening, so many new ways of doing things. It is essential that you are part of that conversation, because if you miss that conversation, you'll miss what the clients are wanting, what the advertisers are wanting. You'll miss what other people are doing. And if you do not go and see the work from countries like Guatemala and Africa and Asia, then you will miss the richness of what is happening in your industry, and you will not have the power to do the things you need to do for your clients. That's why it's so important to see what's happening in Cannes.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, great.